গোলটা এখানে দিয়ে যা
এনেছি তো, বললাম তো এনেছি। আর নোট করে স্টার্ট কর।
Hello, good morning everyone. I am audible. Can you see the screen? Am I audible? I have started class. Just put a message. Okay. So today I will teach you that how to estimate sulfate in any solution, as the sulfate is an important inorganic compound, and if it is present in any solution or in the drinking water supply, then it may cause problems like sulfate enhances the hardness of water. That's why, and sulfate is abundant, like many sulfate compounds are available, and some of the sulfate compounds are completely soluble in water and some are not at all soluble in water, gets precipitated very easily. That's why the estimation of sulfate is important. Now here there are several procedures to estimate sulfate in any solution. But here today we will discuss, as per your syllabus, we will discuss the gravimetric method for a determination of sulfate. So what is gravimetric analysis? It is a quantitative method, like where you can determine that how much quantity exactly is present in any solution. So quantitative method to determine the amount of a substance, for example sulfate, by selective precipitation of the substance from an aqueous solution. So a solution of sulfate you will have to prepare. In that solution you will have to add uh, one reagent, most preferably it is barium chloride. Okay, so in this experiment, the amount of sulfate is determined quantitatively as barium sulfate, BaSO4, by gravimetric analysis. So principle is that this Determination is done by slowly adding a dilute solution of barium chloride to a hot solution of sulfate slightly acidified with concentrated HCl. For example, if you prepare a dilute solution of potassium sulfate or sodium sulfate or any other sulfate which is soluble in water, otherwise you cannot prepare a aqueous solution. So take a sulfate salt which is soluble in water and dissolve it in the water and then carry out the experiment. Okay, so to carrying out the experiment, you will have to first boil the solution and then slowly to the solution, you will have to add barium chloride from a burette and make the medium acidic with concentrated HCl. Now, you can see the reaction that barium from barium chloride reacts with the sulfate of the solution and gets precipitated as barium sulfate. The color of the precipitate is white. Okay, so barium sulfate is a sulfate compound which is not soluble in water. So as I told you, all the sulfate salts are not soluble in water. One of the example is barium sulfate, and uh, its molecular weight is also high. The white precipitate, once you get the white precipitate after this reaction, it should be filtered. Okay, any precipitate you get, that must be filtered off to separate it from solution. Then that precipitate must be washed with water repeatedly and then dried in the oven and weighed as barium sulfate. The percentage of sulfate is then calculated from the weight of barium sulfate. So, what are the apparatus required to carry out this experiment, or how do you do this experiment? So these are the apparatus you need. Most of the apparatus you have not seen, like ashless filter paper. This is very important here. This is also known as Whatman filter paper. So these filter papers are just like a round piece of paper, not like ordinary filter paper. It is available in pieces. So there will be a box. In the box, there will be this round shaped filter papers, and different numbers will be there, like 40, 41, 42, like this up to 540. So depending on the pores on the filter paper, size of the pores on the filter paper. This is one ashless. So if you burn this filter paper, no ash will be produced. So this is one of the main uh, apparatus or the requirement for this experiment. Another one is a desiccator. Desiccators are required. Desiccators contain calcium chloride like substances. So if you are putting any, it is a kind of closed jar, something like it looks like the pickle jars. So there at the bottom calcium chloride is there, and on the top on a plate, if you are putting something, all the moisture will be absorbed and it will be completely dried up and cool very soon. So that desiccator is also a very essential part of this experiment. Then furnace is optional. Instead of furnace, we can use Bunsen burner also. Then funnel, pipette, beaker, stirring rod, all those things you have seen, these are required. Then one crucible, crucible made up of porcelain is required. and one watch glass is required to cover the beaker. And then the reagents are two reagents are required. One is HCl, concentrated HCl, and another is barium chloride solution. And third one is that the unknown solution which contains the sulfate. So in this case, we do not take the unknown solution. We prepare a solution containing sulfate like sodium sulfate or potassium sulfate. Take some salt and then prepare the solution. And that is the procedure to learn that how to determine sulfate in the unknown solution. So this is the apparatus required. Then this is the procedure for this experiment. Like you should accurately weigh out a solid salt of sulfate, like zero point 0.3 gram of solid salt, and you should use a 400 ml beaker, big beaker, or 500 ml beaker, and then dissolve this solid salt in about 2 ml of distilled water. Then add zero point 0.3 to 0.6 ml of concentrated hydrochloric acid, and then dilute this solution up to 200 ml or add 200 ml of water. Then heat the solution to boiling and add dropwise from a burette or pipette 10 to 12 ml of warm barium chloride solution. Stir the solution constantly during addition. Allow the precipitate to settle for a minute or two. Okay, so this is the arrangement. This is a hot plate. You can use a hot plate to heat the solution, or directly you can use the Bunsen burner also. The solid sulfate should be dissolved in the beaker. This thermometer is optional. You may or may not use to just check the temperature, so that all the salt you have taken or dissolved in the water should receive a temperature. At that temperature, the salt should be completely soluble. And then after you have warmed or heated the solution in from a burette, slowly add barium chloride solution dropwise and continuously stir the solution. Okay, stirring of the solution will make all the sulfate which is present in this solution precipitate as barium sulfate. So precipitation will occur. So once you feel that all sulfate which is present in the solution is precipitated, you will have to add additional amount of barium chloride to ensure that all sulfate in the solution is precipitated out. After that, you will have to filter the solution. See this filter paper, it is very small, and in the funnel it should be kept, and it should be like 3/4 of the funnel should be covered with the filter paper, not the full. Wait. Which group has not got this? Pooja Kumbar, you are from which class? Have you got the link now? How I missed this? I have not sent the link to Education Boss. Okay. Education students, is it okay, girls? So I will repeat these slides, not gone very far. So today I am teaching number of participants were participants 75. Earlier, how much it was? Okay. So girls, is it all right? Right. Mm. I am teaching today the determination of sulfate by gravimetric method. You can take the screenshot of this slide. Gravimetric analysis is a quantitative method. Listen, gravimetric analysis, by gravimetric analysis only you can find out accurately how much amount of any substance is present in any solution. That is a very correct method to determine anything. So this method, quantitative method to determine the amount of a substance, here specially we are taking sulfate by selective precipitation of the substance from an aqueous solution. So suppose you have a solution which contains sulfate. You can precipitate that sulfate out as barium sulfate by adding a reagent like barium chloride. Barium chloride reacts with the sulfate which is present in the solution to get precipitated as barium sulfate, and color of the barium sulfate is white. And this white precipitate, once you get the precipitate, should be filtered off, washed repeatedly with distilled water, and dried in the oven and weighed as barium sulfate. The percentage of sulfate is then calculated from the weight of the barium sulfate. So this is important, but it is a easy method. So for this, you can see here the method will follow. There are several methods. So stepwise, the method we are following is the gravimetric method with ignition of the residue. Here the residue means the precipitate. You will have to ignite the precipitate or the residue. So for this experiment, we need this apparatus. All these apparatus, you know, that is beaker, stirring rod, then funnel, pipette, all the things you know, one watch glass. Okay, hot bath to give the steam. But the ashless filter paper is very important. It is a filter paper which upon burning will not produce any ash or will not leave any kind of residue. Usually ordinary paper, when we burn the paper, we get black color residue and some ash is left, isn't it? But Whatman filter paper, everything will be vanished and you will not realize that a paper was there. Then the desiccator, it is an apparatus where we put anything we keep it, it becomes cool and all the moisture gets absorbed. So it gets completely dried up and cool. So desiccator is an apparatus, very important apparatus you want. Then muffle furnace is for drying up, or you can also use any kind of oven for drying up the precipitate. And one crucible is required. It is made up of porcelain, and the reagents what are required for this experiment is hydrochloric acid concentrated and barium chloride solution. These two are very important. These two will be added to a solution which contains sulfate. So this experimental solution may be known, may be unknown. That is, you may prepare a solution of sulfate by dissolving some salt of sodium sulfate or potassium sulfate in water and add HCl. Okay. Or else, if you have a sample of very hard water which contains sulfate, you can directly take it and can uh, do this experiment to find out how much amount of sulfate the hard water is containing, or for that matter any kind of unknown solution containing sulfate can be estimated by this procedure. Then this is the procedure, that is you take zero point 0.3 gram of the solid. Here we have taken or followed this protocol, but several protocols are there. So here you can take any zero point 0.3 gram of any solid salt, preferably sodium or potassium sulfate you can take, and then add this salt to a 400 ml beaker and dissolve this solid in 2 ml of distilled water. Then add zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.6 ml of concentrated HCl and then dilute it up to 200 ml. So you have a 400 ml beaker and you are preparing 200 ml solution in this. Then heat the solution to boiling and add dropwise from a burette or pipette 10 to 12 ml of warm barium chloride solution. Stir the solution constantly during addition. Allow the precipitate to settle for a minute or two. So this is the arrangement for it. That is 400 ml beaker you can use for heating purpose. You can use a hot plate, or you can use directly Bunsen burner by keeping the flame little slow. Then you can maintain the temperature also to see that the salt gets dissolved. So required temperature you can maintain by putting a thermometer. This is optional. And then once this gets hot, you add barium chloride solution from the burette dropwise and continuously stir with a glass rod. So the reaction is, you have sulfate in this solution, you are adding barium chloride from the burette, and in this solution you have added concentrated HCl. So the medium is acidic. In this acidic medium, the reaction is barium from barium chloride is reacting with the sulfate of the solution to produce barium sulfate. Now barium sulfate is a salt or a compound which is not soluble in water. So it gets precipitated. Color of the precipitate is white and its barium sulfate weight is also high. That's why it is called as gravimetric. With gravity it settles down, or with high weight it settles down. Once you are getting the precipitate in this process, and if you are feeling that the precipitation is done, then you can add few more drops of barium chloride to ensure the complete precipitation. So after this precipitation, you should take the Whatman filter paper, add it or arrange it in the funnel, and then you should filter the solution to collect the precipitate. So this process will be very slow, as through the Whatman filter paper you cannot add more amount of solution. Very slowly you will have to do the filtering, and once you are doing the filtering, you are getting the filtrate. With this filtrate also you should ensure that there is no sulfate present. See, this is very important, because the gravimetric analysis is a quantitative analysis. You are going to going to find out the amount of sulfate present in the given solution. So you must collect, or you must precipitate out the entire amount of sulfate which is present in the solution. That is very important. If some sulfate is left in the solution, your experiment or whatever is your measurement will be wrong. So you should ensure that all the sulfate ions present in the solution are precipitated out. Okay, so this experiment requires a whole day. If you start from morning, it will end up in the evening. So you should have patience, you should do it very slowly, and should be able to find out the result correctly. That's why it is very important, once you get the precipitate, you filter the precipitate and take the filtrate. Again in the filtrate, you go on adding the barium sulfate and barium chloride, and see that whether any precipitate is coming out. If with the filtrate also there is no precipitate coming out, that means you have precipitated out all the sulfate which is present in the solution. Is that clear? So that is the procedure. So do the filtration, check the filtrate for the sulfate. Then taste the, that's why it is written, taste the supernatant liquid, that is the filtrate. For complete precipitation, by adding a few drops of barium chloride solution. If a precipitate is formed, add slowly a further 3 ml of the reagent. Reagent is barium chloride. Allow the precipitate to settle as before and test again. Repeat this operation until an excess of barium chloride is present. Whether all the precipitate, like excess of barium chloride, when it will be present, when all the sulfate is precipitated out. Then what? Once all the sulfate is precipitated out, then you filter it through the ashless filter paper, and then fold the moist filter paper. Take out the filter paper. Okay, take out the filter paper. Then you will have to fold the filter paper and place it in a porcelain or silica crucible, previously ignited to redness, cooled in desiccator and weighed. Then gradually increase the heat until the paper chars and volatile matter is expelled. Do not allow the paper to burst into flame, as mechanical loss may thus ensue. When the charring is complete, raise the temperature of the crucible to dull redness and burn off the carbon in the presence of air. When precipitate is white, ignite the crucible at a red heat for 10 to 15 minutes. Then allow the crucible to cool. Transfer it to the desiccator. When cold, weigh the crucible of the content and repeat the ignition. Okay, this I will show you. This, see, this is a very small container, like very small container. You can see it is like a, in Hindi we say like a katori, and very small. So in this, see this, this is the a ring. uh, this ring is placed on the Bunsen burner, and on this ring again one frame is kept to keep the crucible. Okay, so in this crucible you are keeping the folded filter paper containing the precipitate. Is that clear? So this will be the arrangement. Once you have filtered everything, you have the precipitate in the filter paper, then you put it in the crucible. But before you put it in the crucible, uh, this crucible should be heated, cooled, and weight should be taken. So in this experiment, so many things, a teamwork it is. So you heat this crucible, empty crucible, put it in the desiccator, take the weight, again heat it, again put in the desiccator, take the weight. So 3 times you will have to take the weight to ensure that you are taking the weight correctly. Okay, then keep the filter paper here and then start burning the filter paper here. See this, how the filter paper is burning here. All the charring is take place, all the carbon is there. This white crucible has become black, and this is burnt, and this you will have to continue till you do not have any black spot on the crucible. You see here, all the black things are vanished. The same thing, okay, the same thing. So you have the filter paper, it is burning, and it is burning, you are heating it, everything is vanished, no carbon is present, and when you get this structure, what is left here is the barium sulfate precipitate. So that is the procedure of this gravimetric analysis. Once you get this condition, it takes lot of time. You will have to take one what is it is a tongue, and you will have to take it out and again keep it in burner, and very carefully you'll have to do. So this means what? In the crucible, what is present? Only the precipitate of barium sulfate is present. Okay. So this is the procedure. After that, what you should do, when the precipitate is white, that is the white thing you have got, ignite the crucible at a red heat for 10 to 15 minutes. You will have to ensure the removal of all the paper and all the moisture. Then allow the crucible to cool, transfer it to a desiccator, and when it is cold, weigh the crucible and the contents. Repeat the ignition with 10-minute periods of heating, subsequent cooling in a desiccator. That I told you. Here also with the precipitate, you will have to heat the crucible, cool it. Heat the crucible, cool it. This also you should repeat for 3 times until a constant weight with the error of plus minus 0.0002 gram or 2 milligram is attained. Okay. uh, so this is the entire procedure. After you do this, you should do the calculation. You take the screenshot of this. So see here, weight of the empty crucible, let it be W1 gram. Weight of the crucible plus barium sulfate precipitate before the ignition, let it be W2. Weight of the crucible plus at the end, barium sulfate precipitate after ignition is W3. So what is the weight of the barium sulfate precipitated? Let the W is equal to, here it should be W3 minus W1, okay, not W1 minus W3. It is W3 minus W1. When you write in the book, you write properly, and then this is the calculation. This is the molecular weight of barium sulfate. 233.4 gram of barium sulfate contains 96.06 gram of sulfate. So minus barium, only SO4, weight is 96.06 gram. Therefore, W gram of barium sulfate contains how much gram of sulfate? That is the end. In this way, you should calculate the weight of the barium sulfate present in the unknown solution. Okay. So this is, I have completed this experiment or the determination of gravimetric method. For determination of sulfate, you can ask me. I am repeating the slides. I am running out of time. So message me quickly. The experiment takes lots of time. And I have not shown you that on this crucible, one small lid also should be kept. It is very difficult to handle this experiment. And you should take the lid also so that no dust particle gets add up to this precipitate. No dust particle should fall on this precipitate. You will have to take that much of care. So you will have to heat the lid also. And this is the calculation. So do one thing, that is I will send you the PPTs, and in this PPT yesterday I have given you 3 questions. You should write the answer on the assignment book. It will be classwork as well as it will be the assignment number 2. So write in the assignment book also. Is that clear? Yes, it is the lab experiment. I did it during my BSc. I was studying major in chemistry. So we did this experiment. So I know that what is the trouble getting the correct result, and what is the trouble we have faced to do this experiment. Very, very difficult. Actually, I hated this experiment. Yes, you right. C division students also write in assignment. Yesterday I have given you 3 questions. All 3 questions are important. Then this is also, it may come by gravimetric analysis. And then one more is there, determination of fluoride. But next I will start this one, biological oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand. Network problem for Govindraj Deshpande. Okay, anyways, I will send the PPT you collect from your friends. Okay. So I may take class, one more class, but in the afternoon today, not now. In the afternoon by 2 or 3 o'clock. So network problem, due to network problem only I am taking class in the morning. Afternoon we don't get network correctly. So only 3 minutes are left. I will start next. My class will be on biological oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand, and all of you should sit with pen and book in my next class, because you will have to solve numerical problems on COD. Okay, so my next class on BOD, then COD determination, and the numerical problems on COD, which are very, very important. So you should sit with pen and paper. Assignment 2 will be from water chemistry or module 4. So whatever question I have given you yesterday, you should write it in assignment book. Again, today's question I will send, and it is gravimetric analysis of sulfate, and I am sending PPTs also, so that you can write all the answers properly. Okay. Okay. So I am finishing the class. I will come back to you today afternoon. Not now. Today afternoon I'll come back. Okay. Take care. Do not go out. Stay at home. And mostly the lockdown will continue. Take care.